Hello everyone! Today I would like to give you a little bit of an update with regards to the recent events around Huddlestock Solutions, and also a bit of an update around our products and our developments around that. So first off, we're very thankful for the great work that has been done by Huddlestock Solutions over the last couple of years, where a lot of great components has been developed around real-time trading and data delivery and so on, that are very important to the future of our trading operations. And to be successful in a company, one of the most important things is to decide on what not to do, so you can be very focused on really using your greatest skill sets to your advantage. So this divestment now of Huddlestock Solutions, where the two groups basically goes in two different directions, is really good, I think, for both parties. So going forward, Huddlestock FinTech is now very much focused on the FinTech area and delivering the investment as a service offering that we have been talking about for some time, or if you want to call it B2B brokerage. To contribute to the long-term value creation for Huddlestock, it is very important to stick to creating revenues that are scalable and that can have very high margins on the profit side. And we do that by focusing and scoping what we do very, very clearly, so that we're not trying to do everything for everyone. So in reality, Huddlestock is really an institutional broker, I would say, where we only cater to other financial institutions that in turn have the relationship with the consumer. So as an investor or a trader or someone that would like to invest in the different financial markets, you would not come directly to Huddlestock. You would come to one of the customers to Huddlestock. Huddlestock only supplies the infrastructure and also the regulatory licenses for other businesses. So the difference between just a regular institutional brokerage firm is that we also have a great package of technology which we supply, which makes it possible for our customers to straight away get rolling with offering their services in the market. So they can do that either by connecting to our API, where they can access everything that we have under the hood and build their own end customer solutions. Like, for example, a robo-advisor, a fintech company that would like to offer their services to consumers. They would build their own front end or their own app, and then they would connect through our API, just as plugging in an electricity cord in the wall, and they would get access to everything. And their end customers that they sign up will be opening accounts with Huddlestock. So if we have a robo-advisor with 30,000 customers, that means 30,000 accounts for Huddlestock. That is what B2B brokerage and investment as a service is. So for our customers, the B2B customer, they don't have to carry the accounts themselves. They don't need to set up relationships with different brokers and take care of orders and stuff into the stock markets. All of that is being handled through the connection to Huddlestock. The other way they can interact is also by using our white label front ends. And I'm going to show you a little bit what that means. So again, we're very thankful for the collaboration with Huddlestock Solutions, and we are going to continue to work together, but in a different capacity, I would say, where we continue to exchange services and make the most out of all the great components that has been created and integrate that into the, I would say, the complete product offering that Huddlestock now has. So now I would like to show you this image with what I call the product coverage. And here at the left corner, we have the persons and companies, which are the end customers that are accessing our solutions. And they can do that either through a professional trading front end, And there we have an integration today with, for example, Infront, which has a professional trading application, including real-time news, real-time trading, advanced trading algorithms, and everything that you could really want as a professional trader. So that one is integrated to the broker core system and is being used today by our institutional customers. The other way is to access what we call the Wealth Manager front end. That is a more simply an online front end where you can access all different financial instruments to enter orders and do all of your financial transfers like deposits, withdrawals, reporting, all of that. And the user for that is probably the person that makes a couple of trades per day or a couple of trades per week, or just long-term investments. So that one can also then be white labeled. And white labeling simply means that you change colors, you change logos, you change a little bit of the branding of that application so that our institutional customers can build their own brand towards the end customer, even though they are using technology from Huddlestock. The next part is what we call advisor front. So if we have financial advisors that are going to manage all their customers, they can do that through a separate user interface, which we have, where they can take care of order handling, transfers, fees, and getting a view of their daily business that they are conducting. We also have integrations with other specialized providers like Additive, who has a great front end for advisors, where they can do a lot more stuff like analysis and set up different investment schemes for their customers that they are advising. Then over to the far right, we have the API, which is used by developers and other fintech companies or whatever institution that would like to create their own customer experience. So here is where they can integrate with us programmatically and really use all the functionality that we are using in our front ends. They can access that through our API. And behind this, there are a number of back office and admin applications that take care of all the tasks that needs to be done. So, and on the back we have connections to funds, for example, through fund networks like Allfunds, Amfex and so on. And we can also connect directly to fund companies if there are any special fund companies that our institutional clients would like to access that are not in those networks. And then for exchange traded products, we are connecting to brokers like Saxo Bank, for example. It could be SEB, DNB, Baader Bank. Those are the ones for exchange traded products. And then we also have a possibility to have OTC products on there. So if we have an institutional client that would like to have some alternative investment or whatever other instrument they could come up with to their customers, we could also then connect to individual issuers of products to put that on the platform. And then finally, another big part is the cash custody accounts, where we have integrations with banks like SEB, DNB, Baader Bank and so on, where we can keep client cash. So that is the main structure of the product coverage, and this is existing today. Now within the Bricknode acquisition and the combination with the regulatory licenses that Huddlestock has. So now let's jump into one of these applications I can show you. And this is really a front end that can be used by our institutional customers today and white label. So what you see here is a front end with where you can put in whatever content you would like on this main screen. This is empty because I've just put up this demo application with Huddlestock. So when I log on here, I will get into the account overview, where I'll see all my different accounts, and then I can work my way further down on the screen here, where I can see the different cash balances that I have. Every account can have different cash instruments in them. So it's multi-currency and there's no limitations really. It's up to our institutional customer to decide if they want to put any limitations on there. There's also a section for messages. There's all different areas that you can manage, like trading, transfers, documents, and so on. And then if we go further down, we see a summary where we can also then look at the different value currencies. So we can decide to have our results showing up and the values in any currency that is enabled in the system. So it's very flexible in that manner. Then we also have the performance charts, which you can also configure to make in different ways, like pie charts or whatever, to show your different holdings. But here you can see them in performance, in percentages. You can compare it to different indices, and you can also then see it in absolute terms. And then beneath that, we have the order section. We then have a section for each instrument type, like mutual funds and other instruments. Here, for example, I have some instruments, some investment in gold bars, and that is uncategorized, so it's under other. If I have some holdings in equities, that will show up here as well. So any instrument like that you would like to have on here, you can actually use through our application. Then you can do trading through this one as well. And you have the different sections with analysis, you have fees when it comes to MiFID II, and all of that stuff is being shown here in the system. So you can then trade through the main view here, where you just go on and expand the instrument view. So I can go to any holding here, like the fund that I have here. I can expand it, and if I'm able to trade it, it will show up with buy and sell buttons in this section. So then I can also go into the main trading area, look at my the instruments here. I can search for them. Here I've searched for AFLAC, and that it shows up with the buy and sell buttons. I can click on buy. I can then select which account I would like to have it in, and only the accounts that I'm allowed to trade in will show up. And then I put in how many shares I would like to have, and I simply click confirm, and that will be sent off for execution. And then if I go away from here, I can look at the transfers, where I have deposits, withdrawals, currency exchange, everything like that I can take care of. So this front end basically has every basic functionality that you would like to have on a wealth management front end. So all of this can be white labeled and branded in different ways and completely off the shelf. And all the functionality that you see is also then available through our APIs. Another interesting thing to mention is you see this portfolio icon over here. Every end user can structure their own model portfolios, where I can set up, for example, that I want to have this many percentage in this share, this many percentages in a certain mutual fund, and apply that to an account. And then any deposit that comes in will be automatically allocated according to that profile. This can also be used by financial advisors who can set up their model portfolios and then link hundreds or thousands of customer accounts to the same model portfolio, and then conduct automatic rebalances and that sort of stuff to just work with thousands and thousands of orders and manage customers from one interface where you do mass management. So that is for discretionary portfolio management, for example. It's all the functionality is in there for that. So that's another area that is very usable for asset managers. And then when it comes to embedded finance, that's another area where we can give widgets and things for other companies to put on their websites. It could be e-commerce websites or whatever, where you have a reason that you would like to make investments or take loans, whatever it might be. Since we have full coverage of all the financial instruments that are available, it could be liabilities or assets. Everything is on the platform. And important again to remember is that in the investments as a service offering, all accounts that are opened are legally with Huddlestock. So each individual end customer actually has a legal relationship to Huddlestock. But Huddlestock takes care of all the things on the back, and it's our institutional clients that actually are the ones that are out there with their brand and recruiting end customers into the platform. So thank you very much for listening, and I'm looking forward to connect with you again in the future. Bye bye!